lesson. Okay, Unit 12, Target 3 is to identify angles and arcs within a circle. So this is mostly just vocabulary. So our first thing is that a minor arc is between 0 and 180 degrees. A minor arc is always less than half a circle. And we always use two letters when we talk about minor arcs. So examples of minor arcs would be CD, less than half a circle, EF, less than half a circle, GH, clearly less than half a circle. So we write all those with two letters and an arc symbol. And it doesn't have to be consecutive letters. I could do H all the way to G, or sorry, all the way to C. H to C is less than half a circle. So HC would also be considered a minor arc. So lots of examples of minor arcs here. The second one is a major arc. A major arc is more than half a circle. And we use three letters to name a major arc. For example, I could do arc BEG. Let's try that again. BEG. I can pick any three letters as long as I'm going more than half a circle. So another example would be HAD. And those are both examples of major arcs. And these give you, this shows you two semicircles. Semicircles are exactly a half circle. They measure exactly 180 degrees. We still use three letters to name them. So at the top, my blue arc would be ICE, ICE. And at the bottom, my red arc would be something like IGE. So a common question that I've heard the past couple of days is how can I tell if they say what's the measure of arc CD, whether they're talking about the short distance between C and D, or CD, the big distance all the way around the circle. Well, the short distance between C and D would be labeled as CD with two letters. The big distance between C and D would be something with three letters. So C and D all the way around would be something like CGD all the way around using three letters. That's how you tell the difference. So how do we find the measure of an arc? Well, what we can see is that the measure of an arc is going to be the same as the measure of a central angle. So here's a measure of an arc. As I change my arc, A and B, my angle changes, or my arc changes. That measure is 100.75 right now. One thing that I can do is I can create an angle here, and I can find the measure of that angle. Notice that that angle 102.83 is the same as the measure of the arc. So as I change the angle measure, 167, my arc measure is also 167. If I have 52.28, my angle measure is also 52.28, and the size of the circle does not change that. So I have a very large circle, you can't even see it on your screen, but my angle measure didn't change. Very small circle, the angle measure didn't change. So the measure of the arc is the same as the measure of its central angle. So it shows us here. The yellow is really hard to see, but measure of arc BE in pink. The measure of this arc, BE, is the same as the measure of angle BLE. So that's target 3.